Hello everyone. In this video we'll learn how to solve a 3 by 3 matrix by using Cramer's method or determinant method. So if I have three linear equations, we need to find the determinant. But first of all, let's create our matrices. So I have a coefficient matrix. Here's going to be x, y, and z. So the coefficients of x are 2, -1, and 1. For y we do have 1, 2, and -2. And for z we do have -1, 4, and -3. Now about my variable matrix, it's basically x, y, and z. Finally, we do have the constant matrix 3, -3, and 4. Since we call it determinant method, we're going to use the determinant to solve the system, and for the determinant we can use these two lines to represent the determinant. Now, in order to find the determinant, we are going to use this method. We are going to copy the first two columns and put them out. And then we start crossing diagonally from the left corner and multiply these values. And we will add it to we are going to repeat this and add the product of whatever elements comes over the line. And we are going to subtract minus. The next we are going to do the opposite direction. So we're going to cross these and multiply them. And then add. And then do the same with the last one. And when you do the calculation, you are going to get d equal to 5. So my d equal to 5. Since it's a determinant method, so we are going to find also the determinant of x. And basically by building the same a matrix again, what we are going to do now, we're basically going to erase the first column, the x column, because we are trying to find the dx, and replace it by the constants. And again, copy the first two columns. And do the cross, 2, 3, and then the opposite direction. Okay, again we are going to do the same. So let me write it here. Then minus the opposite direction, and when you calculate it, you are going to get these x equal 15. Now to calculate x basically equal to dx over d. That's going to be 15 over 5, which is equal to 3. So we know x equal 3. So x is equal to 3. Now we are going to do the same thing to find dy. By erasing the y column, replace it by the constant column, and then copy the first two columns out and do the cross. And then minus, same thing on the other side. and dy will be equal to -10. So now y will be equal dy over d, which is equal -10 over 5, and that's equal to -2. So y equal -2. We will do the same thing to find dz. We're going to erase z column, replace it by the constants, copy the first two columns out, and cross. Minus, do the opposite, and that's going to be equal to 5. So z will be equal dz over z, which is equal 5 over 5, and that's equal to 1. So here's my solution, x, y, and z. Now on this question, let's find the determinant. So let's create the matrix. So 3, since I don't have an x term on the second equation, I'm going to replace it by 0. Then I have 1 for y, 3, and again I don't have y in the third equation. I don't have z. Copy the first two columns and cross. Minus. And that's basically going to be equal to -47. So d is -47. Now let's find dx. Erasing the first column, replace it by the constant column, and copy the first two columns out. And then cross. And then minus, same thing. And the answer is going to be -94. So now x should be equal dx over d, and that's going to be equal to -94 over -47, and that's going to be equal to 2. So now guys, it's your turn to try to find y and z for this system. Please let me know if you have any question, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.